All right, what is up, everyone? So here, while I'm waiting on people to get in here with me, I'm gonna jump over here on the computer and see if I can't pull this dude up and read all the comments. Haven't got anybody in here with me yet. I got one. Hang on, I'm trying to find it on the computer so I can read your comments because my phone won't turn. Hey, what's up, guys? What I'm doing is trying to find this on my computer so I can watch my own live stream and so I can read the comments as they go by because it's hard for me to see on the phone. And I did this before, now I don't know how I did it. So what's that tell you? I don't know everything about this stuff. So as we got 6 of us in here, 5 of us in here. So as you guys know, I did a trade show this weekend, and my wife and I, and we had some luck. I mean, with conditions being what they are, you know, there was a mask mandate, and I feel like it slowed down the crowd a lot, which I understand. I mean, I don't want this mess any more than anybody else does, but we still did pretty good. I mean, we did about, that many thousand, so we did all right. That's not what we did last time. I mean, we did better. Hey, Shelly, what's up? Trying to figure out how to watch myself on YouTube here so I can read all the comments, and I'm not having any luck. And I know it's possible because I did it last time. So anyway, we did the trade show. There weren't many people there. Last time, I mean, I did a video and I interviewed several people, and there weren't as many people. I mean, there were several empty places. Cypress Blue. No, I don't have an online store. If you want to contact me at Smokey CNC Woodworks at Gmail, I can work with you there. I don't have an online store simply because I've always been forewarned that I'll get overwhelmed quick. And I tend to believe them because even here just running a YouTube channel, I get covered up with orders quite a bit. Let's see if I can find it now. Man. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody, trying to watch you on the phone, and it's so small. I don't know. I don't know how I did it. I seriously don't. So I guess I'll just have to watch on the phone and see what y'all are saying. I can't find it here on the computer. Perhaps I should have just gone live on the computer and made it easy because there's a big area for it. I wonder if I can turn the phone. Oh, can't turn the phone sideways. Orientation's messed up. I wonder if I can change that. Nope. Can't change that. So this is going to be it. I mean, I guess you guys are going to watch me here on the phone, and I'll see if I can piddle around with the computer here while we're going along. If y'all have questions, please feel free to ask. The main reason I'm going live tonight is I don't have anything cut. Yeah, a tablet would help, no doubt. But I can't believe I can't find it on my computer, because that's what I did last time is I sat here and watched this on my computer. Hey, Larry, what's up? Just going live, I was explaining to him that I didn't get anything cut before today. The fortunate thing is I do have several things programmed, so I will be having some stuff coming up. Some of it's Christmas, some of it's not, some of it's orders. And are you suing StreamYard? Using StreamYard? No, I'm just using YouTube Live. I don't have any of those other apps to stream with. And if y'all got any ideas on how I can find my own stuff, where I can watch my own video. Oh my gosh, look what I did. I found it. So now I can read you off the computer. Hey, Jump Off, what's up? Now I can see everybody. Okay, I'm going to turn down my volume on the computer. You're going to get some. There we go. I got my volume all the way down. So let's see. You got Jump Off, Cypress, Larry, Shelley, Warren from Minnesota. Or let's see, Minnesota. No, it's Michigan, isn't it? From MI, you're from Michigan. Am I right? I think MN's Minnesota. Alaska. Wow. I'm wearing a coat and it's like 50 degrees here, Canada. I probably appear to be a weenie to y'all because it's like in the 50s and I'm wearing a coat. Y'all would probably laugh at me. Michigan. I've got to believe it's cold there right now because it got down pretty cold here. So what I was saying before is I did a trade show and my wife and I did. We did fair. The way things are, you know, in the world right now, it did hurt us a little bit, but we made some money and we'll probably be doing more of them down the road. Hopefully this stuff will clear up in the next 6-8 months and we can be back full swing trade showing. I didn't video it. If y'all want to go back and watch the video from last year, the two that I really liked talking to were these guys that did CNC laser on the frames. That guy was back. And the guy that did the metal work that I accused of using a CNC, and he griped me out and told me that was a dirty word because that dude actually hand sketches everything on metal and then uses a plasma cutter and cuts it by hand. Amazing work. And I've got him on last year's video from that same trade show. I just didn't do it again simply because why would you want to watch the same thing twice? Because I'd be talking to the same people. The amount of handmade stuff was very small there, and that's usually what I try to show. I don't really care about the stuff people order. The one I did miss, there was a lady there that paints that I know, and Shelley will know if you're still on here. Joe Freeman did a lot of painting, and she had some amazing stuff. And if y'all see me reach off the camera, I am dipping. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of this light out of you. Well, that didn't help at all. It's going to quite a quick blinded you. So like I was saying, I do have some things programmed. A couple of them are for other channels. One of them is a real big channel. Y'all are going to probably enjoy it because it's going to be attacking something that I get asked about a lot. It's whenever I have something that's bigger than my machine and I've got to put several things on this one board. So what I'm going to do is break it down into 3 programs and do 3 separate programs on the same board, and hopefully it all comes out correctly. And I'll be telling you more about it. That's probably going to be about a week from now. I've got some other stuff planned for Friday. I'm hoping to be able to get out here tomorrow and the next day and really hit it hard because I do have a lot of Christmas orders to do and some honeydews because we all know those are very important. And I try to move those to the top of the list, but she'll tell you I don't. So I'll try to get out here and shoot several videos this week, and that way I can be on time. I don't like having these things late, but sometimes life gets in the way and you just can't help it. So y'all have any questions, feel free to shoot them at me. I'll answer what I can. Like I say, I'm not an expert at this. I was going to do a video over just machine maintenance. I'm still going to do that down the road. What I do upkeep. Your shop has no heat. Correct. My shop has no heat. I've got a heater in my actual wood shop next door. This is the CNC room. I have to do the videos from here because it's close enough to the house. I can pick up internet and I can use my computer and sit here and read your comments. I wish my shop had central heat and air, but it's an old dairy barn and works just fine for a shop. And so I don't gripe too much. I'm just happy to have a big shop because that part of it's about 2,000 square feet. This little room's pretty small. I don't know that I've actually showed you around this little room. I mean, that's the extent of the room right there. And you can see I've got it junked up as bad as I do my shop, but it works well because the CNC sits perfectly in place right in the middle of it, and it does good. Might need a pellet stove for it. Now there's an idea. A pellet stove out here would probably work great. It gets down colder this winter. I may actually look into that. That's really a good idea. And I could shove that dude. I got a corner over here. I could put that off in and be out of the way and heat this dude up. I usually don't mind it too bad out here in the winter because when I get to working, I get to sweating pretty hard. So as long as it's not super cold, multicolor painting for your signs. What's your methodology? How cold does it get in Oklahoma? Okay, I'm going to hit the bottom one first. How cold does it get in Oklahoma? We occasionally get down here to the single digits. Very rare. We might see some teens in a hard winter. Usually not much colder than in the 20s. And so, I mean, I know I'm a weenie because I've been up to Alaska, and I laughed because we were out driving around, me and my uncle, and we were wearing coats kind of like this, and we saw people sunbathing with nothing on, and it was like 50 degrees. Kids were running around in shorts up there in Alaska. No shirts, no shoes, and we're freezing. Oh my gosh, I can't do negative 40. I was in negative 32 one time, and that's when an Arctic front came through in Colorado and I was skiing, and I thought I was going to die. Joshua Powell, yeah, true. I'm sure you know. You live there in Alaska. Okay, so this multicolor painting, what's your signs? What's your methodology? Okay. So you hear a lot of people talking about Oramask 813. So what that is a clear film. You cover your material with it first. You go ahead and do the cut. And so what that does is leaves the cut opened up, and then you can just airbrush right over the Oramask. Now, I've used it and it's worked great. But I'm going to be honest, that's about 50% of the time. The number of times I've used it, it's got wrapped up on my spindle and just made a mess of everything. It's about 50-50. So that's the biggest reason you don't see me doing it a lot, is because I know what trouble comes if it doesn't work. And if it does work, great. I just don't want to gamble it every time. And now on plywood, you know, I do a lot of stuff on birch. If I was going to do it on birch, I'd be okay trying it. But if I'm trying it on oak, something that's expensive, probably not going to try it. So usually what my methodology for multicolor painting, I hope that each little thing that I'm painting is a separate emblem, and I can just airbrush the different colors. Now, if they mesh up to each other, I usually have to break out the paintbrushes. Don't enjoy it. I don't like painting that much, but sometimes I got to do it. So let's see. I still stuck on negative 40. Man, that just hurts me thinking about it. Let's see what else I need to cover. I'm going to be doing more Christmas stuff, yes. Well, Josh, I don't know if that was a great explanation, but I'm telling you, almost everybody else uses Oramask 813 and they all swear by it. I'm clearly not doing it right because it should not peel up like it peels up. And I have tried rolling it down and making sure it's stuck real well. I've made sure the wood was dust-free. And I just hadn't had luck with it. But a lot of people do. And I'm figuring it has to do with our humidity. I lived where it was minus 65 with wind added to it. Don't you just freeze to death immediately in that kind of weather? I mean, that's cold. Okay, it was great. That's the same thing I've had happen. Yeah, I don't know. And hopefully somebody that uses this stuff all the time could tell me how to do it to where it would not peel up like that. And I've actually thought about, you know, they've got the spray adhesive. You can get by an aerosol can of spray adhesive glue and putting that down. Well, then here's my fear is I can't get the Oramask off of it and it peels up my wood. So I don't know. I wish there was a real good answer for that. Yeah, that is where your skin can freeze in a minute at minus 65 with wind. Nope. Not doing it. That is crazy cold. So I don't know if y'all caught you that didn't catch me at the very first. The reason I don't have anything cut, we did the trade show. I was lazy and I didn't get out here and get anything cut in time. Hey brother, I'm retired NYPD sergeant and starting with woodworking. Outstanding. Well, I've got, heck yeah, I've got a little secret about me being retired there, Tim. I mentioned to my wife that I'm thinking about getting out at 20, and she just flat told me, you are. I don't like your job. So she wins, and here I sit. Okay, hello, I'm late to the party. No, you're not late to the party. We've only been gone about 15 minutes. I'll go until I run out of questions or my battery goes dead on my phone. Have not seen till now what YouTube is not giving notifications, so we will have to go back and check some of your work. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I've got about 140 videos, something like that. Oh, well, I'm sorry it wasn't your choice that you had to get out. I mean, that's unfortunate. I usually know what that means. It means probably on-the-job injury or something. That's never good. Yeah, that's what I figured. And that's never good. And, I mean, I could actually have been out on a medical because I blew a knee out at year 16. And the doctors were trying to get me to get out and do a knee replacement, and I wasn't ready. First responder, lung damage. Oh, man. Man. Well, you need to definitely be careful, Tim, because this mess that's going around now, it won't do good with lung stuff. And you're right. At least you're still here, and that's what's important. I'm pumped you're going to get started in woodworking, and I'm glad you found my channel here. Go back and check some of my earlier videos. This is a CNC machine that I built, and a little history to it. I was a computer science major. That's why I was able to put everything together. I also weld. That's why I've got a welded table. And I've done woodworking for a long time. Okay, that sounds good, Tim. I'll give it a look. How far from Fort Sill? It's not quite an hour to Fort Sill. It's probably about 45, 50 minutes. It's straight west of me. I heard if low in vitamin D, that is why some have got it so beef up on that. And that's possible. I had no idea. Sadly, I was in the medical field. I do have a lot of friends in the medical field. A brother that's a paramedic, and a good friend that's a doctor. And I don't make fun of anybody that doesn't want to wear a mask and try to follow the rules, but I know it's real because I've had people die that I know, and did 9 months there in 1967. Warren did. Well, I'm not trying to make you feel old, Warren. I wasn't born until 1974. And I actually grew up in a little town of Lindsay, which was straight north of it. And it was probably about 45 minutes an hour north of it. I fear it might be around till 2020, and that's possible. The only good news I've heard is they've got a vaccine that, the newest one that came out by, somebody help me out. It started with an M. You saw the Pfizer one was 90%, and the next one is 94% work rate. I mean, positive results. So I'm hoping it's not till 2020, but you may be right. I'm hoping we get through it. And I'm griping about it. We're fortunate here where I'm at. It's not as bad right here where we're at. Madura, that's it, Madura. They, that name, I can't say it. Yeah. Oh, Madura. They said, Warren said it's Madura. That sounds right. And I thought you were talking about the pandemic. We can't say the name of it on YouTube because they'll drop the video whenever you talk about it. But I'm hoping it doesn't last that long. And like I said, it's not as bad here. We do have cases going up. And Shelly was on here and she can attest, we're still having church, in-person church. And we've had a few here and there that get it, but it hadn't been bad. And people are trying to social distance best they can. So we're doing what we can to do it. How does the cold weather affect your machine tolerances? So far, I have not had any problem with machine tolerances due to weather. The only thing I've ran into due to weather is I did shut it down one time after a long cut because it was so hot out here. Because although we don't get super cold, we will get up to 104, 105. And whenever I'm out here working on it then, and the machine gets too hot, I don't want to burn anything up. So far though, with the cold, I hadn't had any real problems. Okay, Tim, see you later. I'm glad you stopped in. But if I do run into problems, like Cypress said, I need to get me a pellet stove and put out here. That's a really good idea. You can buy rather small ones, and for no bigger than this room is, it'd be perfect. So let's see what else. Get a heating pad. Yeah, something. Maybe I just don't need to be a big old baby. I just don't like the cold weather. But so other things that are coming up, I am going to be doing more Christmas stuff. I've got some orders, and like I said, some honeydews. I would give you tips or hints on what they were, but I like for all of them to be a surprise. Some of them aren't real spectacular, and there's a couple of them that are going to be pretty neat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. So one of the things I'm looking at a couple of things that I can make that actually, I would use the CNC to make parts to build certain things. I'm not there yet. Hello, Scott. I saw Scott Walters just dropped in. I'm not there yet, but I've got a few things in mind that I'm going to try to design, or either that or see if I can download the program for it and cut them on the machine and then put them together. And I mean, I'm talking stuff like chairs, just normal stuff. I was going to try a rocking chair, but that's a little ambitious. I've tried to build a rocking chair, and I've built a rocking chair before. And have you ever seen the movie The Patriot? How mad he got? That's how mad rocking chairs will make you, because they have to be perfect on both sides. And that's the good thing about the CNC, is you can make the rockers, both the rockers, perfect. And maybe that's what I need to do. What's your favorite project that you've done? Ooh, that is a good question, Shelley. My favorite that I've done. I did one here a while back for rocking. Oh, what was that? It was a YouTube channel. It was out of Norman. It was rocking something. I liked it. Although I didn't, I also did like the one that was the cherry farm. I think it was Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. I mean, it's kind of odd name, but Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. I did it in oak. That one came out really nice. I actually like the ones like I did a couple of weeks ago, which is just the profile of Jesus. I've done a Jesus one before that I really liked. I think I did the one on here where I have Jesus's face embossed in a cross, and that one looks really cool. That one's way back. That's probably like my first 10 videos, and I think I did it in MDF. I've done them since in oak. If you can put out samples for an online store, just tell people. It does take a bit of time to make. Yeah. I'm not there yet on an online store. I've talked to some guys that do this stuff full time, and they actually have an online store. And they tell me I'll no longer be retired if I do a store, if I do a website for this stuff. I'm not wanting that. Because what I fear is my joy in doing it and getting out here and doing it on video will be gone. I will no longer enjoy coming out here to do this stuff. And like I said, I'd have had you one cut tonight. I just ran out of time. We had other stuff going. So it happens. And I'm not going to disagree with you, Cypress. I think I could make a killing if I did an online store. I just don't think I could stay up. Because it's just me out here doing this. And I have no desire to hire a bunch of people and make it a big business. Giorgio, hi, how you doing, George? Hi, Smokey, got Vktech Aspire and even did a G-code for VCarve. I'm pumped. Show us more. Okay, George, you want to see more programming, or you want to show more stuff cut? Because I will do a lot of more cutting stuff. I don't do a lot of programming on here simply because I did for a little while. I tried to do the Every Friday video as a program, and a lot of people just didn't tune into it. They just didn't get it. Because, I mean, if they're not actually doing this stuff, they really probably don't care about the programming side of it. Now, I know all of you that are actually doing the CNC stuff, the programming stuff, some stuff is sometimes beneficial because I'll do some things that you'll be like, hey, what do you do there? And that stuff's handy. And my upside to the program, I mean, it's pretty in-depth. Aspire is, you'll find it, especially when you start doing 3D stuff. There are a lot of steps to it. my upside is I was a computer science major, so learning the program wasn't that hard, and I'm sure I don't know everything about it. I'm sure there's stuff on there I'm yet to get involved with. I mean, y'all saw me do one a few times ago, the halftone, which was me looking up in the air, and it does my face, and it's just lines. I'm like, you had a full-time job about 12 years ago. Right. I'm just not ready to go full tilt into this to where it's a full-time gig. I am out here a lot, but it's me playing, and that's basically what I'm videoing. I'm just out here playing. And don't get me wrong, some of them are orders. In fact, 2 of the next 3 are probably going to be orders, but they're not anything that's stressful to me because I don't have any real time constraints on them. And those are the best ones. Warren and I agree that those are the best ones. Just do it for fun. And like Shelly will tell you, I hate doing the same thing over and over. That's why whenever I do something, it's usually a one-off. Now, it's not always. Wahoo boards. If you haven't done Wahoo boards and you want to sell Wahoo boards, program up a Wahoo board and you will sell them to death. Those things, I could have a pile of them and I'd stay sold out. And what Wahoo is, it's an old marble game that is like aggravation. Hans Winkler, good evening. I've been watching you for close to a year now. Really appreciate your straight up forward approach to everything you do. Keep up the good work. I'm in Springfield, Missouri. Well, Hans, I know very well where Springfield, Missouri is. I have an uncle that lives in Springfield, and I was actually going to head to Branson Thursday, but we have since changed our plans because my wife has gotten really busy. So we're not going to be up that way this time. We're just going to basically come to the Christmas show in Branson because they have like 6 million lights at Silver Dollar City. But I appreciate it. Hans, do you do any CNC work? I mean, if you do, Wahoo boards check. Yes, George, you will be covered up. And the beauty of the Wahoo board is out in the center, you can put whatever design. I've put people's family names in them. I did one for a charity, for a cancer charity, and put the little pink ribbon around it. And they go like wildfire. I just get bored making them. And that's my problem, is I don't want to do stuff over and over. I'm not an assembly line guy. I like to do things one time. It comes out cool, great. If it didn't come out cool, now I don't have a problem retrying it and trying to get it right. I just don't like doing the same thing a lot. Let's see. Make sure I hadn't missed any questions here. So, and also, yes, I do machine. I do, though my machine is small, I purchased. Actually in the process of designing my own. And there's nothing wrong with buying one. If I could have bought one the size I have, I would have. But I knew I couldn't afford a 4x4 because for a good solid machine, 4 foot by 4 foot, you're looking $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And I mean, I'd actually like to have a 5x10. I'd like to do some big stuff, but I'm not paying for one. I mean, that's way more money than I'm willing to put into this. And honestly, I would run out of room quick. And the real reason I built mine, I needed to know how the machine worked. And if I put the whole thing together myself and it broke, I know the guy that knows how to fix it because I know how it was put together. And that was one of my main things about putting it together and wiring it and doing all that. I don't have to go anywhere for help when something goes down. And I say that, my computer went down, and I'm a computer guy, but I've got a guy that does diagnostic stuff, and it was just easier for me to take my computer to him. And he can use all the diagnostic tools, and he troubleshot it and figured it out. And let's see. Okay, so what I was about to say there is you guys feel free to email me at smokycnc@gmail.com. If you have ideas of stuff you want done or would like to see me do, shoot them to me. I mean, I have no problems programming, especially if it's something I think is really cool. You'll probably see it right on here being made. I used to have a 4-foot by 12-foot Bessie router with a 10 tool chain. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you used to have like an industrial machine, a 4-foot by 12-foot with a 10 tool changer. That tool changer is what really kind of sticks in my mind. I'd love to have a tool changer because what people don't see is I usually cut out of most of my videos is bit changes. So whenever I'm going from a 90-degree V-bit, I'm doing something real detailed, I'm using that 90-degree V. Well, whenever I stop it and then it cuts and all of a sudden there's an end mill in it, I have to get wrenches, take the bit out, replace the other bit, re-zero the machine, and then off cut and we go. And that usually takes, another 5-10 minutes. And I'll not say 10 minutes, 5 minutes to swap them out, and it's just more time. And it's not like it's overwhelming. I is back, Cypress Blue. And it's not overwhelming. It's not hard to do. It's just one of those little things that you're just like, I got to do a bit change again. So that's why usually when I do things and I can do several things that are end mill, I do everything end mill, take the end mill out, put the V-bit in, do everything V-bit, and I only have to change them once because I try not to do several changes during each thing. It's just to save the time. Well, I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about here. I don't know what else to say. Like I said, if you guys have anything you want me to see me do, anything you want me to see do a video about, and there's Howdy Brian from Moore Family Farm. This guy here at Moore Family Farm, if you guys haven't run over and checked him out, check him out. I actually did his logo here a while back on a piece of wood and sent it to him. And he's got a YouTube channel. It's him and his family. It's a good little channel. You need to go check it out and just see what he's got going on. He's got new projects all the time. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. But he said, thanks for the shout out there. Well, I mean, I don't mind shouting people out because when it's a good quality channel, I'll tell you about it and go check them out. I mean, this thing, do I have dust collection on a machine? I have a dust collection system. I've never hooked it up on my machine simply because whenever it's cutting on video, you wouldn't be able to see the bit at work. And I don't want to cover it up. And one of the things I was actually talking today about some friends, you can see my lights up here and they appear really bright, but when I'm cutting, they appear really dark. And so I'm looking at getting some LED lighting out here and changing my lights out and really brightening this up because I do a lot of the cuts at night. It's just whenever we get done doing our days, whatever, and I get out here in the evening, and that's usually when I do my videos. And like I said a while ago, when y'all see me reach off camera, I'm spitting. I'm got a little nasty habit. Do people ever visit you in person, or is it something you don't do? I wouldn't mind visiting with you. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, the ones that surprise me will kind of wig you out a little bit, but I mean, I did law enforcement 20 years. I'm not too worried about it. When can we? I'll get to you here in a minute. Here, Moore Family Farm. I've had a couple of people come out and look at my machine, and I will tell you everything I know about it and help you however I can because I think everybody ought to have one. They're a lot of fun. But yeah, I've had a couple people come out. I have no problem with it. The one that was kind of iffy, we were doing a trade show in town, and a lady comes up and just goes, Smokey. I said, how you doing? And I started talking to her, and she said, I drove up from Houston to meet you. Well, Houston's 6-8 hours away. That's kind of dedicated. My Amazon shoe comes Wednesday. My consultation with my bro in the shop indicates the shop vac and tornado all extract is dust. Oh, well, that's cool. I really haven't looked that hard into a shoe. just like I said, because of the videoing aspect, because I want you to be able to see what it's cutting. Okay, I've got to address more family farms. When can we expect the next Smokey Uncuffed? Okay, so here's what happened to Smokey Uncuffed. I had that set up as a podcast, and I gave it a good 8-9 months, and chip's probably good enough for my bedroom show. I had it as a podcast. I'd gone for 8 or 9 months, and I had literally had 25 followers on the podcast, and it never grew. And I didn't know how else to grow it. And the big thing was I couldn't do interviews because of the situation we're in. And Scott, what break that happened? Oh, I agree, Scott. I know I need to quit dipping. I've done it so long, and I'm hard-headed. But anyway, the Smokey Uncuffed, I'm thinking I'm going to fire it back up, because one of the things we just purchased was a travel trailer, and we plan on starting to travel quite a bit. And it may just be a 2 or 3 day little excursion, but I could take video and get out there and talk doing that stuff and just look at where we're at, because we go to some cool places. Our big thing is we usually go East Coast. We love history. Our last trip was to Williamsburg, Virginia. If you hadn't been there, after all this junk goes away, go if you love history, because man, we went into the governor's mansion, and Thomas Jefferson designed it. I mean, God, it was amazing. But I get all nerded out on that stuff. And what Scott Walters there said, please urge you to break the habit. You'll be better off. And I agree. Sadly, I'm smarter than that. I know I need to quit. I've done it since I was like 16. So I've been doing it for 30 years. And I'm just hard-headed, I guess. Okay, what's this, George? Chip's probably good enough for my bedroom shop, hopefully. Chips. Oh, you're talking about a heater, George? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, a heater. Is, because you said chips probably good enough for my bedroom shop. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, I've kind of let Smokey Uncuffed slide. That's actually my second attempt at it. I did it before, and I was basically just doing what I was just doing whatever I wanted to do on it, and I really didn't get any traction. That's one thing about a YouTube channel. When you pinhole it, like I've done this one, it's CNC woodwork, and so often you find yourself in a position where you have stuff that you want to do, but you can't do it because it has nothing to do with woodworking. And you don't want to alienate people. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a fair warning. We're down to 20% on my phone, and my phone battery is horrible, and we've been going 40 minutes. So probably at max we got about 5 minutes. So that is my downfall. I wish I'd have started this and done a little bit of everything when I started it, but I'm not one to alienate anybody. And I like doing the CNC stuff too. It's a lot of fun. Okay, I missed a couple comments. All the best, love the channel and the work. Keep it up. Thank you, Joshua. And then Cypress Blue says, smoke cigars, I do. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be perfect and do everything you want to. All right, good night, Warren. He's going to head off. So, guys, I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap this dude up. I mean, I'm really worried that this thing is going to cut off midstream. My battery is really, really weak in this phone. I need to do an upgrade on it and my computer and some other stuff, but I'm a tightwad. And since the phone works, I'm not getting a new one. So guys, if you don't have any other questions, I am going to go ahead and dive off here. And like I said, be looking Friday. I'm going to have a new cut. I've got several things programmed up, and I would have done one tonight, but I was running out of time, and we got in late, so I figured I better jump on here and do a live stream. So guys, that's going to be about it. If y'all hadn't done so yet, please jump over there and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.